is the last great mystery of our planet. But what if it's also a graveyard of forgotten gods and living monsters? For thousands of years, sailors, kings, and prophets described the same creatures across different continents, in different eras long before they could have shared a single word. How did they all imagine the same beasts? Were they all lying, or did they see something real? Tonight, we dive into 10 ancient sea creatures that might not just be legends. Before we begin, let me know in the comments where you are watching from and what time it is for you right now. Let's begin the countdown. Number 1. Oh, the Aspidocalone, the island that eats. Imagine sailing across a calm ocean, exhausted from weeks at sea. You spot land ahead, an island with trees, rocks, and enough space to rest your weary crew. You drop anchor, light fires, and begin to cook your first hot meal in days. But then, the island moves. The ground trembles. The trees sway. The island starts to sink. You jump into your ship as waves rise like walls around you. And only then do you see the truth. What you thought was an island was alive. This is the Aspidocalone, a creature described in medieval bestiaries and early sailors' maps. Said to be larger than any known whale, it looked like a massive turtle or fish with a shell so wide it could be mistaken for land. Sailors claimed its back was covered in rocks, moss, and even small trees, making it the perfect illusion. The Aspidocalone was said to lure sailors in, only to drag their ships into the abyss once they anchored. Some believed it was cursed by God as punishment for human greed. Others thought it was a remnant of creation, an ancient beast left behind when the seas were still young. Modern scientists have linked the myth to real giant creatures like whales or volcanic islands that appear and disappear. But those who believe the legends insist that something massive still roams the deep, waiting for another ship to mistake it for land. Number 9. Yumabuzu, the spirit of the Black Sea from the Nasafe. On the most terrifying legends ever told by fisherman Yumabuzu, the sea spirit of the black waves. Sailors said it appears on calm nights when the sea is still as glass. Without warning, a dark shape rises from the water, smooth, round, and towering like a mountain. The creature has no face, only black skin and glowing white eyes that stare into the souls of those who watch. When Yumabuzu appears, the ocean turns violent. Winds scream, waves crash, and the ship is tossed like a toy. Some stories claim it demands a bucket if the sailors give a wooden one. It fills it with seawater and sinks the ship. Only those clever enough to offer a bottomless bucket, so the water pours through, can escape its wrath. In Japanese folklore, Yumabuzu is said to be the spirit of drowned priests or monks who died at sea. Their souls, restless and furious, rise again in storm form to take revenge on the living. Modern accounts of mysterious waves and shadowy forms off Japan's coast continue to fuel the myth. Whether spirit or storm, Yumabuzu remains one of the most feared ocean entities in Japanese history. Number 8. Makara, the guardian of the deep. Across ancient India, the oceans were ruled by divine beings. Among them was the Makara, a creature both majestic and monstrous. In Hindu mythology, the Makara served as the vehicle of Varuna, god of the oceans, and Ganga, the goddess of the sacred river. It was said to have the body of a fish or crocodile, the trunk of an elephant, and the tail of a peacock, an impossible mix of power, beauty, and danger. But the Makara wasn't just a guardianette, was a gatekeeper. Temples across India and Southeast Asia are still decorated with carvings of the Makara, standing watch at entrances to ward off evil spirits. To believers, it was a protector of the divine realm, but to sailors, it was a sign of warning sightings, meant a storm was coming or that something ancient stirred beneath the surface. Some historians believe the Makara might have been inspired by real encounters with crocodiles or strange marine mammals. Others say it represents the human fear of the unknown, a creature born from our attempt to explain what our eyes could barely see beneath dark waters. And even today, deep-sea explorers describe bizarre, unclassified creatures that seem almost mythically, reminding us how much of the ocean remains undiscovered.